There we go.
So to say, greatest plot twist. We get the
So
audio working, but not
yeah,
the
we get the
video.
audio for this stream, and we don't get or we get the video and we get the audio and not the video for the no audio video stream. All right, so now we're good. Now we're live. Hello, welcome everybody to our stream. For those of you who don't know, I'm Matt Ringler. I'm the creator of one of the creators of Smack Talk Showdown, which is the game we played for this Extreme Cardboard Wrestling panel at PAX Unplugged. And this is the lost footage because we recorded it. There were some technical difficulties. It had no audio. I freaked out, scrambled, and all these lovely people were then able to jump back on late at night and re-record everything. So we're going to do our best to see if we can redub over this lost footage, which before we went live, we were all talking about how we really don't remember what any of it was. So we'll see how this goes. Um, so let's go down top to bottom and have everybody introduce themselves. Davian, you're on the top.
Oh, am I the top? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, not paying attention. Hi, I'm Davian.
And who are you to the people who don't know?
Oh, that's a great question. I am a professional wrestler in like the New England area. I've traveled a few countries, Canada, Japan, and I was just ranked number 81 in the PWI Women's 100. Humble brag. Yay!
All right, Jeff. Tell the good people a little about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I am Jeff Stormer. I am a podcaster, game designer, and the unofficial LARP designer of the Olive Garden restaurant. I am also your cardboard champion. Technically, I won the second go around. So I controversially hold that championship. And you can find me on Twitter at Party of One Pod.
Awesome. And Kate and Ophidian, let the people know who you are.
Me first?
Yeah, because since Jeff just threw that allegation out there.
Well, we'll find out tonight exactly who I am. But most of the time, I'm this nerd's wife. And I am also a musician and, to use the cursed words, content creator right here on the internet. You can find me at twitch.tv/KateNix every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
And I am venomous. I am vile. I am the one and only master of snake style. I'm the Cobra Supernova, the Ouroboros Ophidian. Retired luchador and current maker of masks with Closet Champion, the company Kate and I run.
I'm the legal owner, though. I just need everybody to know that.
All right, Sarah, where can the people
What's
find
up,
you?
everybody? Hello, I'm Sarah the Rebel. I'm the host of various podcasts. Right now, you can find me on Women's Wrestling Talk. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on Anchor, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. We interview women wrestlers. It's pretty fun. You can also find me on Patreon at Sarah the Rebel. Honestly, you can find me anywhere at Sarah the Rebel. And I am also a pro wrestler, but I did not make the PWI Women's 100. Shame.
It took me 8 years, so just.
Oh, okay. Woo, got some time.
And Liz, last but not least.
Hey, my name is Liz. I use they, them pronouns, and you can find me a couple different places on the internet. I'm a comedian. I play D&D on a podcast called Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice. I also run a Desperate Housewives podcast called Desperate House Dykes. And you can find me on truly any forms of social media, including Twitch, at The Pigeon Wizard. And also tonight at 10:30 Central Time, I have a special video going up on my YouTube channel that's titled Liz Burton, but it's called Saturday Night Unlive, and I guarantee it'll be better than Saturday Night Live.
There's so much to unpack there.
I'm sorry.
All right, guys. Well, without further ado, we'll kick off things with our first match, which was Liz Burton versus Sarah the Rebel. Liz was coming coming into this match after an upset victory over RJ City, where he conceded his victory to Liz because he thought Liz actually bested him, where I thought RJ had beat Liz. And Sarah is coming off a strong first round showing against returning competitor and game designer Cal Earth. So we'll start off. Sarah, what was going through your mind coming into this match?
I was feeling really good. I'm actually not like an improv-y kind of person, which is a weird thing to say as a wrestler. So I was really nervous. And then that first round, I was like, okay, no, I can do this.
And Liz, what was going through your head coming into this?
You know, I was nervous. I really wanted to try my best, and honestly, I think those nerves ultimately were my downfall. But I was excited.
Well, without further ado, let's get this going and see what we can salvage from our memories.
Now, what if audio just popped up right now?
God,
We're all just like, oh no!
freak out.
I would scream, I think.
I would love it. I remember being hilarious. Oh yeah, look how cute I am. We can't see the car.
I do remember Sarah was for this one was the downtown dentist.
Okay. I thought I remember being a dentist.
Because you did request when we reshot this that you be that character again.
Okay, all right. And I think the dentist had something to do with Christmas. I feel in it.
I think so too. Because I think I was a pirate.
Okay.
I remember you mentioning that you had a Christmas themed thing in the next round for reasons that will become apparent when you usually should see the video of the next round. So I know Christmas comes up. I don't know how, but I remember you mentioned that.
Okay.
All right, so that's me explaining it. All right, here we go.
I went first, which is I always hate going first.
I did write my notes.
Also, I feel like just doing this, I'm like, I don't want to be mean to Sarah. Sarah's so nice.
No, I love it.
I'm like, I know this is a game, and I know that like she won't be mad at me. But what if there's a 0.01% chance?
No, tear me apart.
I did write my notes when I was going back looking into this that I couldn't tell what Liz was saying during their promo, but they looked just so intense the whole time, like just straining that.
Which is why I think I did a pirate voice because I feel like a pirate voice would put me through a strenuous activity.
Look, you're cracking me up.
Yeah.
Whatever you were saying was really funny.
I'm curious as to what's on my wrist because I'm wearing sweatbands.
You have like the middle school metal kid wristbands.
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been good. You had to take your glasses off afterwards.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The downtown dentist. I can definitely remember. That looks like the downtown dentist will come this Christmas, and we'll be dropping off toys and a 2-for-1 special on teeth. I think I made a really funny, like, Christmas-based joke.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think I brought a reindeer into it at some point. Me and my buddy the reindeer. We're gonna come to your town and we're gonna deck your halls. I'm sure I said something like that.
I should have done more dubbing over.
I really like that's how you deck halls. Is
Right.
this?
Yeah.
This is the deck hall. Yeah.
That's
look at the wild look. Oh, and one more thing. This town, I built this town. I built this whole city. I built that wall. I built that building. I'm a construction dentist. And this
I
Christmas,
feel like they call me Dentist Claus. I don't know why.
and they call me Dentist Claus. Yep.
I just like that how you end it, which is like coming back and just giving like a very just kind and nice smile afterwards.
Because I think the downtown dentist means business, but I also think that if you're gonna be all about Christmas, there's kindness in your heart, deep
That's
inside.
true. That's true.
Look at my joy. Look at that. That was I won. I can't believe I won. I never win anything.
Every Christmas special involves conflict in the early parts, and then by the end, there's resolution. Like, that's really the important thing.
Yeah.
Conflict hijinks resolution.
Yeah.
So we are actually not going to do Jeff Stormer versus Davian next. We are going to skip to the finals real quick to do Sarah's part because she cannot stay for the whole stream and she'll have to jump off. So
I did forget there was a cat appearance.
there we go.
I did too. I just got really excited.
So we are going to do Sarah's part of the finals and then say our goodbyes, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, so this was the original final that we did. You know, cat appearance.
right,
I think we would have had a lot more viewers if we kept the cat.
Also, everybody's dressed so nicely for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Christmas tux. Christmas tux.
I love
Christmas
I love the Christmas tux. I really wish that I had worn it in round 3, but it smelled bad and was covered in sweat.
Yeah, that was me with my
That's
clothes
the
too. I was
Christmas
like, I
spirit.
can't put this back on. We did mention that though, that we all had the same idea, like we needed to dress up because it was the
Mhm.
final round.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For
Well, I
everyone
saw- I s-
watching the
I
for
saw
context, we were playing our expansion, which is our not safe for work cards. I don't know how much you'll be able to tell, but you might be able to lip read some stuff that might be a little cluing to that. Because this one was the one I remember the most out of all of them.
I have no memory of this place.
This one
Coming
was
back to re-record and hearing about this.
this one was the strip club showdown.
Yep.
That's
Promos.
right.
And
I
and
think
we
you're
had
the
the same.
demented minister. I think that's your character, Sarah's demented minister.
Okay.
I think so.
You think so? I felt like one of you was the demented minister.
I think we did
I
the
was,
set when
I
we
was
shot
the
it the
demented
second
minister
time.
the next round.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
we had
you
to
were
re-record it.
You were either the minister or the devil, because I remember the characters that we had were the same, but they had mixed up between us.
I was
and-
the badass devil. That's why I threw
So-
up the horns just
so
now.
you were definitely the minister.
I have no idea what I'm saying here. I'd probably say, I want to administer to my flock, and here at the I came up with a great name, Boobalicious Booby 3000.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a good laugh there.
Boobalicious Booby, if I remember correctly.
Boobalicious Boobity Boobities. And that was the name of our strip club. And we were going to use the women were going to I tied it back into God somehow. Look at me. I'm going for it. I said the word you. I'm enunciating too much. I can't. Reading voice lips is hard.
I really enjoy how animated you get. Like, you really just, like, get into it.
Thanks. I think that's the only way I could talk in those voices.
That's fair. It's really good. No,
Thank
like,
you. Thank you.
Well, that was that's it for Sarah's on that one.
Sorry,
That's
I just remember naming it something funny about boobs. And I believe I said whorehouse once and then felt kind of bad about it because I was like, well, that's very presumptuous of me. But yeah, that's all I got.
I was in the room when you guys were recording this, and I do remember a phone number being uttered.
Oh, you
that
might
I
have got
laughed hysterically about.
the sex line.
69 for the
It was for my phone number for the sex line was 16 or 1-900 420 6969.
We're funny, guys. Go watch the original video if you're just watching this and you haven't seen it.
That's true. Yes.
It's very good.
The actual stream that we did that actually had audio is up on our YouTube page. You can find it. Double Turn Games on YouTube should have it. Extreme Cardboard Wrestling at PAX Online. But sadly, Sarah is going to have to join us because she has been essentially glued in on video calls all day, and we don't want to.
Yes.
We don't want to
I'm sorry.
make her brain implode from sitting in front of a screen on video calls for any
Right now, it
longer.
feels like a little elf is tap dancing on my temple. So,
Oh, I know that feeling.
thanks for having me. This was so much fun to do, and I hope I get to play again next year.
Absolutely.
Or at the next show. I don't know. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
I think I know how to leave.
see ya.
All right. So now we are going to go back to
The future.
there we go. So now we are back to Jeff Stormer and Davian. So Jeff, coming into this match, redeemed himself from his first outing at Extreme Cover Wrestling, where he was eliminated in the first round. And Davian, as a first-time competitor, also another first-time competitor, beating a veteran competitor in Pat Bear. So, Davian, what was going through your head coming into this match?
I was like feeling good. I was confident. Like, I had no idea what I was getting into in the first round. I thought I was gonna have to like talk about myself, and I was like, crap. Like, this is gonna suck. But then like the cards, it all kind of like my brain just doesn't function. It just doesn't. So when they said the cards, I was like, oh, this all makes sense now. Like I'm stupid. And I was like, oh, this is super fun. So like coming into it, I was like excited, and then I knew very shortly after I was getting my butt whooped. So.
And Jeff, what was going through your head coming into this as someone who redeemed himself from his previous Extreme Cover Wrestling outing?
I was 110% confident that I was going. I was sitting down at this, and I was going to get knocked out in the second round. The way that I saw it was like I fluked my way past the first round of this, and like I was so confident. Because like the thing of it is, the previous round I was up against Danhausen, and by random chance I had been given the Mystic Librarian as like my card picks, and I was like, I literally play Dungeons and Dragons. Like, that's my brand. Mystic Librarian is just like, you've given me a gift. So like, I was like, okay, cool. So the card picks got me through the first round. I'm going to show up. I'm going to get knocked out. Also, it's my birthday. So like, I've already just been like sitting around, I've been sitting around sipping margaritas all day. So like, I sat down for this and I was like, all right, time to lose. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to put up a good fight and we're going to go home.
To piggyback off of Stormer, I so wanted you to win, but I absolutely also thought you were going to lose to Danhausen, who is I was
certain of it. And so
at a promo.
Yes, that was another upset we had where we had Danhausen on, and not to sound biased myself, but I also assumed that Danhausen was going to win.
I was so confident. I'd been spending weeks like building up the fact that I was going to get knocked out in that first round, and then like literally I was like, the magical librarian could not be. The only way that I could have made that first round promo was better was if I had run out to the room and grabbed one of my D&D books and just held like a Dungeon Master's guide. But I was like, it's fine. It's fine. I got magical cards the first time. It's not going to happen again. I'm going to get knocked out in the second round, but I redeemed myself, and that's what matters.
So if people want to go, when this is over, you should go back and watch the PAX Online panel, but you will see just the overwhelming joy that Jeff gets flooded with when he hears the name cards that get drawn for him. It's just overwhelmingly excited. I don't think anyone has ever reacted that way to cards we've drawn in the four times that we've done these tournaments. All right, so now let's get into the actual matchup.
So here I am wearing my birthday tuxedo.
Good contrast in outfits.
Wow, I look like a bum. Could I put in any less effort? I think I was filming TikToks, and like that's why I'm dressed like that.
Can I say real quick, when the video started, I forgot the whole point of this is nothing has sound. And so I was like, oh, I can't hear it.
So I do remember the card that I got. I don't remember the card Davian got. I remember that
either.
As I had mentioned, I got like a dream pick in the first round. Then this round I got the Mystic Ogre and was like, all right, I'm still in this. I got a fighting chance. Yeah, this is me doing an ogre. This is me bringing ogre energy. Shamefully,
I'm already like, oh shit.
So Shakespearean in your ogre, Jeff. Your ogre has is so adept.
I went high fantasy with the ogre, and shamefully, I have to make a shameful admission. No Shrek jokes. Not a single Shrek reference. And I remember walking off of the recording going, I never once made a Shrek joke. What am I even doing? I should like I'm like this was a waste. I had a golden opportunity to make a Shrek reference and did not go for it. But I'm bringing specifically a very high fantasy ogre energy to this.
I do like
And
how
doing
like,
as much
oh my
emoting as I
God,
can
I don't know.
in a
I'm
tuxedo.
like, I have no rebuttal at all.
it
Like,
does
I'm
kind of
just
look like Davian is
wipe
just
the floor with me.
disinterested in everything Jeff is saying right now.
Really powerful no selling.
Yeah, just everything Jeff is selling is just nothing.
The only way that could have ended better, Jeff, is if you ripped off of your sleeves, showing us the big ogre energy underneath of that tuxedo.
That's if it weren't literally the tuxedo I was married in, I would have done that.
Oh, I have no idea what I'm saying.
Oh, I could not remember, but I did write in my
I
notes
can't.
that Davian would have won this one if it didn't have audio, just because of the like mean girl in high school vibes
Fair.
that it's just giving
Oh
off.
yeah,
Yeah.
the head bob is
Yeah.
really going.
The finger
Like, if I
pointing, the
had
head
more
bobbing.
hair, I would be whipping my hair. Like,
I imagine
Yeah.
there's big 90s energy here with the backwards baseball cap.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Powerful 90s energy. Why do I feel like your name was Happy Sullivan?
It might have been.
Honestly, you could. It might have been. Oh, I just gave myself a little clap. I'm a biatch. Oh my God.
I feel like you're mad at me for not buying Lululemon.
Right.
I know. I feel like I'm getting yelled at, and like there's tears in my eyes.
It's
Yeah,
like
this is
Yeah,
I'm
like, but it's
this
very
is intense
specifically
for
getting
me.
yelled at as someone who works at a retail store. Like you're
This
very
is,
like
like,
I'm
full
clearly the
Karen
employee.
energy.
At a, yeah.
yeah, some
Yeah, this is full Karen. Holy
Powerful
crap.
Karen energy.
I'm back at the movie theater.
Yeah.
We just opened. There's no popcorn
Popcorn.
yet, and an old woman wants her popcorn right away.
Mhm.
Yeah. You guys know what's so funny though is that like I'm such a little pushover in real life. Like I went to a Dunkin' Donuts, like we had to drive 15 hours to Indiana. They made my coffee wrong. My friend was like, just go get another one. And I was like, no, I can't do that.
Oh, this is hard. Such a hard same. Honestly, like it's just like I'm not gonna inconvenience someone. They're trying their best.
Literally. I'm like, no, I just drank it. It's fine. It's disgusting, but it's fine.
yeah, I mean, I had it's very much the same energy of you're someone, it's a high school classmate or high school alumni who's trying to pitch everyone their MLM at the Zoom reunion.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
There was somebody, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bear Bronson. He told me, he's like, you must have just run shit in high school. And I was like, no, I like barely did. Like, I flew so under the radar. Like, people didn't even know when I graduated. Like, I just flew so under the radar. So, like, that is all just fake. It's completely fake.
Also, you see like people like randos you'll post. It's like, would you be friends with me in high school? And they like show some like picture of them all looking weird, and you're like, I don't know, probably maybe not actually. All right.
When you realize that you yourself barely had friends in high school.
Right, and then you go through like this, and then you just kind of go through like this weird mind vault of all the people you hung out with and talked to in high school. You're like, oh man, that was weird. Why was I friends with this person?
See, I'm 100% the person that you look back on and go, oh, why was I friends with him? And now I turned out great. Like I'm a delight now. But like I fully recognize 15-year-old Jeff was not someone that like you would want to be friends with.
I do have
Jeff,
to.
I think you and I would have been mortal nemesis in high school.
I
think we would have
100%.
been. We would have been like the pillars of rivaling clans.
100%. 100%.
Well, what? Okay, so what if those two clans? What clan would you be, Kate, and what clan would Jeff be?
Well, I feel like when I did go to I went to school online because I am
Were you about to say a brick and mortar
painfully
school?
millennial. What?
You about to say a brick and mortar school like it's a store?
Yeah, when I went to brick and mortar school, that's literally what I've always called it. So when I went to brick and mortar school, there was like theater kids versus band kids, and the orchestra was like the gray area. So I feel like I would either be the team faction theater or faction band, because I feel like band kids were more like the Dungeons and Dragons kids, and then the theater kids were like the ones who also auditioned for local dinner theaters and were those people.
My faction would be like, my faction is specifically the Dungeons and Dragons kids that weren't cool, talented, or committed enough to get into the band. And so there's that added level of like resentment, like just like
that's
the
a rough
angry.
spot. That's a really rough spot
that's
to be in.
That's the
Not
faction
even-
that I'm bringing to the fight.
To not even be able to be in the participation section of band is a really rough place to be.
Like robotics team washouts, like that was
Mhm.
those were my crew. Most of them are still my crew, admittedly, is like kids in the robotics program that like just stopped showing up. And I say that as one of the kids in my high school robotics team that just stopped coming to meetings.
I've only ever heard of that in movies. I didn't know that was a real life thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
I mean, I did go to school online, so I feel like anything's possible.
Oh man. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next match, which was this is the first time it's ever happened. Husband and wife going head to head. So you know a lot of internalized ammo that can be thrown at each other, but I think this was kept pretty civil. Nothing. No deep cuts were thrown at each other.
No, it was kept civil because I already knew what was going to happen. Regardless of how well I drew, I knew that I was going to get squashed. That I was just enhancement talent to the talent that is here. I hear Kate cut promos regularly, like every day when she doesn't need to. Her natural state is cutting a promo on someone or something or some object in this room that is pissing her off. I also do not remember what I drew.
I feel like you were a sailor.
And we drew our own cards.
Oh,
You were flash acrobatic.
Oh, flash acrobatic. Yeah, I definitely don't know what I said.
I remember being really surprised that you didn't say any lucha moves. I was like, your name was literally Flash Acrobatic, and you were a wrestling teacher.
You're the Divine Whisperer.
Divine Whisperer. Oh, right.
Yeah. Or Divine Silencer, because I remember I remember this because Kate, you and I were IMing each other after our rounds, and we're like, this is what I drew, and that's how I remember the Mystic Ogre.
Because I do end up doing my whole promo in ASMR.
That's what I also remember hearing about that.
Right. This was one of the ones where I was genuinely pissed that it had no audio because it was hysterical. But also probably would have given like half the people watching that like weird feeling that just makes their skin crawl when they hear it.
That's me.
But it would have been so earned though.
Oh, it would have.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, see,
I do go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said nothing related to actual wrestling moves, like you said.
I was like, it's right there, man, and you did none of it.
I think I just talked about how fast I was.
Yeah, something like that.
I genuinely have not too dissimilar to Davian in that I have big brain dumb. And I think it's a lot to do with wrestling and falling on my head a bunch.
The more concussions you get, the more of a galaxy your brain becomes.
Yeah.
I can fully attest to that. Matt,
see?
My brain is just gone at this point.
It's sometimes you get these moments of insane brilliance, this like brilliant like just happenstance, like it's this perfect moment, and then the rest of the time it's just like slime.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just like, why is it like that?
I'm a snail just leaving slime all around me.
Just why?
I even wore my GCW shirt to hype myself up.
I know, you were like,
I was ready to. I was coming into this to not get annihilated, to just lose regularly, just standard level loss.
In the actual actual footage that we broadcast, or that was actually shown. I remember I drew a card for Kate that was you had to sing the rest of your promo, which I didn't mean to do on purpose. But when I did it in my head, I was like, oh damn it, she won. She won.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah.
I remember watching the
There,
stream going,
yeah, here
yep,
it is.
that's
This is where
it's
you're
over.
doing the ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
I know I was big upset because I was there's
Look
an
at- you're
immediate
mad.
loss. There's an immediate.
You're just like.
The second you started whispering, I was like, oh well, there I go.
But I've still got the wrestling pointing going on.
Yeah, I did
It's
notice
the
that.
full whisper.
I noticed that from pretty much everybody, that everyone at some point has this hand motion going on. There's a lot of this, a lot of that.
You cannot be cutting a promo in wrestling unless you're doing the finger point.
Right, there's a lot of finger pointing going on.
Nothing that makes your opponent angrier than getting pointed at with a single finger.
Mm-hmm.
It's what
What's
we teach
funny-
what we teach you day one in pro wrestling promo school.
You got a point.
Just-
What's funny in watching this is like without the audio, I could not tell that you would be whispering, Kate, because of the like strength of your pointing and emoting.
Haha! I have won. I am victorious. Crushed.
I did. I held my head in shame.
You're like, why'd I go against the brains of the operation?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I wanted to go up against, Kate, and I wanted it to happen just because, like, it'd be cool to, to promo against her. I was just hoping that it was the finale so that I made it through a little bit farther. But knowing, because I was in the room for the actual finale that happened, it would have been way better. It was way better the way it was. And if I was in it, I don't think I would have elicited the same laughter and enjoyment out of those cards drawn. So the right people definitely went, people definitely made it.
Surprisingly, when we redid it all again, the same people all made it to the same rounds, which part of me was like, I didn't want it to happen that way, because then I would feel like, oh no, was this super biased, or was it pre-planned? Did I just call these people back up at, like 11 o'clock at night to have them do the exact same thing over again? But it was just weird. It just worked out that way. Which also then I was kind of like, okay, cool, this is great. I don't have to explain everything to everybody again. I can just do it all over again. All right, so let's go a little ahead, because we already had Sarah talk about hers. I think Jeff was up next on this one. Yes. And we can all appreciate his outfit change for this, which didn't make it into the finals, unfortunately.
Christmas
Talks.
Christmas talks.
It's a power. And the thing is like, I was like, I have 3 outfits. I have 3 suits. I can upgrade each one. And then when it came time for the second time around, I was like, I can't put that jacket back on. It's polyester. It's all sweaty. So here I am, the demented crippler. And I distinctly remember cutting like an extensive promo in the first part before the first card goes down, where I am trying to lay out the complex backstory where I caused a fried chicken related accident at the strip club's all-you-can-eat wing buffet.
Yes,
And then
I remember this.
And then I am given a card where I have to kiss my pecs, and like you probably don't see it, but there's like a tangible moment of hesitation, only because I'm like, this suit is disgusting. All right, here we go. Oh, I really don't want to have to kiss this suit.
Man, I don't remember what cause
I
you
have
guys
no
all
idea.
danced.
Don't even ask.
Getting a little song and dance in there.
I have
love
no
it.
idea.
Okay, yeah, so Kate's has started now.
I'm the badass devil. I have the only thing I remember is that the hotline was 1-900-420-6969. That's like
And the name of the strip club being Boobylicious.
Boobylicious Booby Jugs
Or
was
no,
the original one, but
I think it was we did. I gave you the 42069 card, and I think you said,
yes.
and you said the women at the club have implants that are 469 like ounces or something like absurd of silicone.
Weight of each breast.
It was like 420 ounces, and we had to look it up. It was like 26 pounds.
Right, it was something like absurd.
Here, if you look at my screen right now, I'm literally googling how much 420 ounces. So
that's it. That's all I remember. I'm clearly into it though.
I have a fun story about your promo, Kate. I remember you were the badass devil, and if you hadn't had that card, I would not have won the second round, because I remember you do a very like metalish like devil, and I remember like the second time around being like, I can't replicate what Kate did, like I can't do it better, so I have to go in a hard different direction, which is why I ended up doing man in red jumpsuit pitchfork Satan, and that, which I believe won me the second round.
100%.
You do know a thing or two about blood.
I'm the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is when like Jeff realized how absurdly big the implants would have been that Kate was describing. So I also remember.
Tiebreaker?
Yes, I did forget that when I beforehand, but I had to do a tiebreaker.
Oh, right. Where we were the same characters, and it was just like one card of smack, right?
Everybody was the same character, and I gave everybody, I think it was like 15 additional seconds, and to do another card, because I couldn't decide on who did best. And I have no clue what those last cards were. The fact
Have you ever done that before for a finale?
We did it at PAX, not for final, but we did it at PAX East with Kate and Frisco Flame for theirs, where we had the audience vote, and we couldn't determine who was getting the louder cheer, so we did a sudden death for them. So Kate's also the only person to compete in 2 sudden death events as well.
I'm the only ghost champion.
Only ghost champion.
I'm the only person to compete in 2 sudden deaths.
Only person to compete against their partner.
Also, back-to-back
I'm a visionary,
finals, right?
honestly. Like...
No, she was in the semifinals at East.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
All right, I think everybody's gone, and I'm trying to decide who won.
Very, very serious during the deliberations.
Oh wait, no, is
I think
Jeff
I'm
going?
going here.
No, I think Jeff's going now.
Oh no, Jeff is doing
And I'm pretty
his...
sure
He's
at
definitely...
this point I'm confident like that I'm just done. Like at this point, I think in the back of my mind, even as I'm doing the 15 seconds, I'm like, I don't belong here in the tie. Kate and Sarah just obliterated me. I'm just gonna like do my best here.
I did notice through all of these, Jeff, your go-to hand motion is a lot of this.
We got this.
A lot of this.
You got this.
Yeah.
So the reason being, I can't do a lot with my arms because I'm wearing the suit.
Right, because you got the suit on.
So like I've got about this motion.
I don't know. Kate must have said something great because everybody.
That was that. I guess I did my smack card. Oh yeah, and then I'm hitting my biceps. And I think I actually hurt myself doing that. Because I'm a fragile Victorian child, like in my physical form, but my energy is that of a large... See, look, I'm so surprised I won.
So what does this mean, really, for the future of Smack Talk Showdown?
Well, you know, it's like any sort of wrestling promotion has a convoluted title history. If you go back far enough, I mean, we'll just have to have Jeff and Kate do an actual. What? Oh yeah, Kate was showing that she was wearing pajama pants.
Pajamas from the bottom, from waist down. I'm still there, baby. I'm still there, baby.
But we'll just have to have Jeff. Oh, here we go.
Whoa!
And my boy,
Your bean appearance.
my sack of ham.
Yeah, we'll just have to have Kate
Look
and Jeff
at
go head to
him.
head at some point.
Oh, he didn't like the texture of the shirt.
He didn't. He was not a fan of the shirt.
But yeah, I'm the next time I come on Party of One, Jeff, it's just our 45-minute Iron Man match of Smack Talk Showdown.
I'm here for this.
And that's it. So I think we did a good job of recapping the lost audio and what happened, if I don't say so myself.
I
sure
think that
tried.
now our household can acknowledge that Kate is the true champion of Smack Talk Showdown and not Jeff Stormer. We can start our campaign now.
Or I mean, technically, wouldn't that make Kate like the house show champion? That like she won at some like tournament in South. You know, they do that. Oh yeah, they won some house show in South America for the tournament, and that's how they're the champion.
And they had to immediately give up the title.
And then they have to immediately
reasons.
give up the title because what reasons?
Yeah, you're giving her that Lex Luger reign.
Right.
We are a closet champion.
We are. That is true.
I mean, it started getting to the point where I just made a new champion like thing for each event that we did. Like the first one we did, we had the very first one we did with Pat Bear is Pat made a like championship belt out of cardboard that had Velcro swappable plates. And then there was a crown that I made out of the cards, and then the crown carried over for the next one.
That crown lived in our house for like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it passed on to Solo when she won.
Yeah, so now it's somewhere in Solo Darling's house. And then so
I did like your cardboard belt because that's the one I won when I don't remember who my final was against, but I remember doing a head scissors off the stage onto Calyx.
Yes, that was the first one we did, and then then Solo won the.
As you yelled on stage, if anything is going to happen, that's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember, we ran short on time, I think, and you just yelled that out there.
Right. We were like going. Yeah, we were going. Like we were about to go over, and they were kicking us out because they had to like bring the next people in. And yeah, then we had Solo has the crown made out of cards, and then Felix has the belt, the obnoxiously large belt that I made out of cards. And right now, no one has anything digital right now because I didn't make anything. But so there's like 3-4 technical champions in some capacity out there. You know, like any good wrestling promotion.
I'm gonna make myself a Twitch overlay. I'm gonna make myself a Twitch overlay for a championship Twitch overlay. It feels only appropriate.
Oh, go.
So if you please send me the JPEG of your Twitch overlay, so that way I can make one at 50% opacity. That's just the same exact thing but transparent.
Done.
And you have to then you have to put your own watermark in the corner as if you made it yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
And the watermark is opaque.
No, yes. The watermark has to be like not opaque, just obnoxiously present. Yep. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching us go over all this, and thank you for everybody who came in and to help redub this. So before we go, I'm just going to have everybody say where everybody can give all these wonderful people their money and support them. So, Davian, where can people spend their money on you?
Oh, you can spend your money on me directly through my PayPal if you want. No. I have a big cartel website. I believe it's just Davian if you just Google that. Also my pro wrestling tees store. You can get this exclusive Davian Buttercup t-shirt. Also a few other designs. Also, if you just DM me on Twitter or Instagram at Davian __, I can let you know what I have for 8x10s, t-shirts, pins, whatever. And I do direct shipment through me.
And Jeff, how about you?
You can go to jeffstormer.com to find information about the podcasts that I produce, including Party of One, which is a tabletop RPG podcast focused on two-player role-playing games. You can go to jeffstormer.itch.io to buy the games that I design, or you can go follow me on Twitter at Party of One Pod, where I link out all the random things that I do. I work on a lot of weird stuff.
And Kate and Ophidian.
You can find me across all social media at Ophidian Cobra or the company we run at Closet Champion, where you can also find our Patreon and various other things like our YouTube channel, where we show you how to make such things like this, which is also what our Patreon is about, as well as her music.
I do music for the internet pretty much exclusively. You can find that on twitch.tv/Kate Nix. You can find more information about what I do and the community surrounding my work on katenix.com. And like he said, our Patreon, patreon.com/Closet Champion. And at I am Kate Nix on Twitter and Instagram.
Cool. And Liz.
So you can find me on any form of social media at the Pigeon Wizard. I do stream on Twitch a bit. And if you need something to watch during the quarantine times, Desperate Housewives is great. We also have a website called desperatehousedigs.com, and we have fun merch there too. But yeah, at the Pigeon Wizard.
Oh, and Liz, is there something people should watch you in right after this stream?
Oh, well, not directly right after.
Oh, not directly right after.
10:30 p.m. Central Time. I have a video going up on my YouTube. I have it set to premiere right now, but it's called Saturday Night Unlive. And I guarantee it'll be better than Saturday Night Live.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hopefully, we'll be doing more stuff like this as we all are stuck at home and need to create content. Yay. But again, thank you for coming, and everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys around.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.